Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode of Kings of War here. We're going to do another battle report there today, 2250. And for today I've got Brandon here with me.
Hello.
He's going to be playing his Twilight Kin, and I'm going to be bringing my Kingdoms of Men back again, but I'm going to be changing it up a little bit. So last time I took kind of what I generally take for Kingdoms of Men. This time it's going to be taking a lot of new stuff for Clash of Kings 19. So this is going to be our first battle report that we've got for Clash of Kings 19. And we rolled up Pillage. So we're going to be playing Pillage today at 2250. Yeah, how do you think it's going to go?
Well, this is my first time bringing up such a monster-heavy force in Kings of War, so we're probably going to end up being very bloody and one-sided on one side or the other.
Yeah, I don't know how I would deal with one flying monster. I don't know how I'm going to deal with two and a couple of Hydras. So this is... yeah, we'll see how it goes. See if the strength of men can hold out today. But anyway, we'll be back after deployment. Alright, so we're all deployed. What do we got here, Brandon? We'll start over on this flank, I guess, and we'll work our way over. So who's this?
Well, we got our Dark Lord on his Headless Dragon. The Dark Lord is currently invisible.
Excellent.
We got our Gargoyles.
Does the dragon have anything on him, or is he just like no artifacts?
He has no artifacts, but he does have Drain Life.
Okay.
We have Gargoyles. They do not have anything because they're a chaff unit.
Yeah, they're just gargoyles.
We have our two Formation Hydras hiding in the trees, waiting to burst out and eat any unsuspecting humans that want to get close. We have our core block of our horde of spearmen, backed up by the sorceress with Bane Chant.
And did the spearmen have anything?
They do. They have they have the brew of stabbing heart. I forget what it's called.
Oh, the brew of strength.
Brew of strength.
Yep.
We have our golden bowmen here with their brew of keen-eyedness.
Okay.
We have just regular bowmen.
Yep.
And they're also backed up by our banner bearer.
Gotcha. And does he have anything, or is he just naked banner?
He is naked banner man.
Okay, he's a flag bearer.
He is a flag bearer and nothing else. We have our unit of knights. They have nothing special. They're just knights. We have our Reaper Guard. They have nothing special, but they do come with crushing strength, so that's nice. Buccaneers, again, nothing special on them. And our Archfiend with wings. Those tentacles are wings. She's a demon, so it works.
Yep, that works. All right, so that's 2250 of Twilight Kin. All right, so we'll be back. We'll take a look at Kingdoms of Men. All right, so Kingdoms of Men deployment. We've got at the back here, we've got a siege artillery. Then up a little bit there, we've got the foot guard with the two-handed weapon upgrade for crushing strength. They're just naked. We've got a troop of some bowmen. We've got a horde of spears. They're naked. We've got a mage here. He's got the Inspiring Talisman, Lightning Bolt, and Bane Chant. We've got the Beast of War with the Light Ballista upgrade. Over here, we've got a mage on horse, a wizard on horse, I guess, with Drain Life and Lightning Bolt. Then we've got some knights with the Caterpillar Potion. We've got some mounted scouts with pistols. We've got another troop of the bowmen up in the front there. We've got a horde of heavy pikes, and they've got the Brew of Strength. Then we've got the captain, El Capitan. He's down here in the front, and he's just the captain. He can't have items, so that's him. He's just a captain. We've got the Berserkers. They're back here as well. We've got another regiment of knights. These ones here, though, they're just naked knights. They don't have anything special. And then down here we've got the flag bearer, and he's got the loot of Insatiable Darkness. So he's got Bane Chant. And then we've got the second siege artillery. So that is 2250 of Kingdoms of Men. And this is more or less the battlefield here for Pillage. So you can see here we've got the... we ended up rolling 7 objective tokens, so we got the 7 objectives. We've got 1 there, 1 there. Do we have 6? Yeah. We have 6. Never mind me, we have 6. 1 here, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 here. So they are quite spread out. It'll be interesting to see what happens with all these flying Gribblies. We'll be back after turn 1. Alright, so we've got the roll for first turns. Let's see who goes first. 5 and 5. 4 and 1. So it looks like Kingdoms of Men are going to be going first. So we'll be back after Kingdoms of Men movement. Alright, so we're back after Kingdoms of Men turn 1 movement. With the captain, we rolled a 1, so we redeployed this siege artillery over here so that we can get some lines of fire down yonder. Everything over here kind of edged up just a little bit to try to put down some shots into some things down here with the bowman and with the Beast of War, and we're just gonna try and hold this flank as long as we can, I think, against the big beasties. I don't know how that's gonna go. Everything else over here, we just did a slow advance, so we moved up the middle here a little bit with the bowmen and the pikes, and more or less a cautious advance. We're gonna give the siege artillery and things a chance to try and kill some stuff. So we'll see how it goes. So we'll be back after shooting. Alright, so Kingdoms of Men shooting turn 1. Mostly uneventful. We fired off a siege artillery shot at the... what's that thing?
The Archfiend.
Archfiend, that's what it is. We fired it at the Archfiend, and we missed. Over here we had some archers shoot into the knights. Archers all missed. We had these archers here go into the spearmen. Got a hit, but no damage. We had the Beast of War fire off some shots at the dragon for no damage. But the one good thing was we did hit with this siege artillery into the dragon, but then we caused a measly 2 points of damage.
A little bit.
So let's see what the nerve check is on the dragon. So looking for boxcars to waver it. See if we get anything. No, he's good to go. So nothing from shooting. There are no combats, so we're going to be on to movement for Twilight Kin turn 1. So we'll be back with that in a minute. Alright, so we're back after Twilight Kin turn 1 movement. And this flank is just screaming. We got the gargoyles, they're flying up over here. They're going to be threatening a whole bunch of stuff here. We've got the dragon, who's got himself some cover behind the hill, and he's going to be looking into flanks if I get going up any further. He's got the hydras, they're also kind of going to be looking into flanks if I start coming into him. He's got the spearmen holding the center. And then he's kind of holding back with this flank, so he's definitely trying to wheel around a bit by the looks of it here. So he's got the knights more or less stayed put. These guys just kind of repositioned. He's got his fire base back there still with the crossbows. And he's got the Archfiend over here looking down my flank for when I advance here. So it's, yeah, it's already pretty ominous. We'll see how the shooting goes. Be back after shooting. Okay, we're back after Twilight Kin turn 1 shooting. We had 1 unit of the crossbows there shot into the troop of the archers over here in the woods. Needing 5s, but they did put a wound, 1 point of damage on them. Then over here we had the other unit there, the ones with the Brew of Keeninus, the gold ones. They shot over here into the spearmen. They did 3 points of damage. And then the dragon did his lightning bolt into the mage and did 3 points of damage on the mage. So we're going to roll for some nerve checks. So it would make most sense, may as well roll for the mages first because he's inspiring.
Okay.
So mage's nerve check. We got a 9 plus 3, that's a 12, so that'll rout him, but he is inspiring because he's got the inspiring talisman, so you gotta reroll. And a 9, that'll get him. Bye-bye.
Ooh, first blood.
That's the mage. And then on the spearman.
Not boxcars.
7, nope, not boxcars, so they're good. Over here on the archers, they are 9-11, but then they've got the rallying 2 with them, so I think they're 11-13. So I think they're going to be okay. Yeah, because they're 11-13. They're normally 9-11, and then with the rallying 2, they're going to be 11-13. So they're good. Okay, so that is all the shooting. There's no combat, so we'll be back after Kingdoms of Men movement turn 2. Alright, we're back with Kingdoms of Men turn 2 movement. So things are more or less, we're kind of jockeying for position over here on the right. So the Knights have repositioned themselves a little bit. The Berserkers have kind of come out from behind the pikes. The Knights have backed up a little bit because I didn't really want to charge into his Knights, and I discovered that I was in range of his Knights. So we've backed up. The Scouts have moved over here. They're going to take some shots at the Archfiend. And other than that, Bowman just stayed put. Because we lost the Mage over here, we're going to bring on over the Standard Bearer. He's going to come on over the Army Standard. He's going to run over this way and hopefully get some inspiring soon. We've just reshuffled over here to try and delay the inevitable as long as possible. And we're going to take some pot shots and hopefully we can clear out those gargoyles. Alright, so we're back after shooting. So we're back with Kingdoms of Men turn 2 shooting. It was a little bit better than turn 1. Still not spectacular, but we're getting there. We had the Mounted Scouts put 1 point of damage on the Archfiend. We had the Archer troop here, the Bowman troop, put 1 point of damage on the Dark Knights. We had these Bowmans here. Those Bowmen put 2 points of damage on the Gargoyles. And then the Siege Artillery hit the Dragon again. This time did 3 points of damage. The other Siege Artillery just continued to miss like it has been doing. But that's okay. We're getting 1 a turn, so that's good. So let's go ahead and get some nerve rolls. Get some. So we'll start with the Gargoyles. Yep. So they're 2 points of damage, so looking for an 8 to get rid of them. 10. That'll do it. Yeah, but... I think they're outside... they're definitely outside inspiring range of the Dragon.
What's the range on inspiring?
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're outside 6. So those would be the Gargoyles gone. Oh. So that takes a little bit off. Then on the Dark Knights next. Looking for boxcars to waver them.
Yep.
Nope, no waiver. And then over here, Archfiend. Is she fearless, or does she have a waiver value?
She has waiver value.
Okay, then I'll roll it. Nope, that's a 1, so it don't matter what the other one is.
You also front the Dragon.
Oh yeah, we got the Dragon too.
Which technically should have been the first thing you rolled.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And the Dragon. Boxcars to waiver. Nope, not going to do it. Okay. So, alright, I'll take getting rid of the Harpies. That's a start. Alright, so it'll be no combats. So we're going to be back with Twilight Kin turn 2. Alright, so Twilight Kin movement after movement for turn 2. So, yup.
Battle is joined.
The powder keg has been lit. So the Knights, they charged out into the Mounted Scouts. Targets of opportunity, never a bad thing, so they're going to jump on them. Archfiend was in range to charge the front of the Knights, just in the front. It was almost a flank, but yeah, it ended up being the front, so into the front she goes. That's that over there. Over here, we've got Spearmen on Spearmen. So Spearmen came hindered through the pond there, and they're going to be attacking the Kingdoms of Men Spearmen. 2 Hydras are forcing the issue. They're right up in our face. And then we've got the Dragon still working his way over to the flank here, going to continue to plink away with lightning bolts. Okay, so that was the movement, so we'll be back after shooting. Alright, so we're back after Twilight Kin turn 2 shooting. Not an awful lot was done. There was a lightning bolt that came in from the Dragon into the Foot Knights, and they did a point of damage. And over here, we had the Archers, the crossbowmen, they shot into the Bowmen, and they did 3 more points of damage, putting them up to 4. So I guess we'll get some nerve checks going. So where do you want to go first?
Let's do the Archers first, I guess.
Archers first? Okay. So they're 11-13. So a 9 would get them. No, snakes, that will not do it. Yeah. And then over here on the Foot Guard, and you're looking for boxcars to waver here. Oh. And that is not a boxcars. Okay, so we'll go into the combats. Where do you want to go first?
Let's do the Knights charge, I guess.
Knights, okay.
So they are...
And they're going to be, what, probably 30-some-odd attacks in the flank?
Regiment is 18 attacks normally.
You got this.
So, 36?
36 attacks. Child's play.
6, 9, 12, 15,
Just do 2 batches of 18 if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, 3s. That's what we want to see. You guys will be fine.
Is 9.
9, okay.
I will take exactly 50%.
That's all you need. And then that's a whole lot better. So, and 15?
Yep.
So 24?
24. So
That's 18 and
18
6.
And here's another 5. 6.
All right, 2s. With vicious.
Here we go.
Aha! 23. All right. So snakes on them. That is not
Close.
a snakes. Just humor me. I'll measure it in a minute. I want to see, because I've got very inspiring on Kingdoms of Men. Nope, they're gone. Okay, so they're off. Where to next?
Archfiend.
Archfiend, okay.
9 attacks. I believe. Yeah, 9 attacks. I'm sorry, what does Fury do again?
It's if you're wavered, you get to countercharge.
Right.
So 3s.
So 3s. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll
6.
take 3 misses. And then 2s with vicious.
Yes.
Oh, the dream is alive! No, 6.
6 wounds.
All right. So they are 16-18 right now with the captain's rally. So you're looking for boxcars to waver. Oh, sorry, boxcars to rout. A 10 to waver. Oh, wait, no, you did 6. You've got brutal, don't you?
You're 16. You said you're 16, 18?
16-18, yeah. So you've got 7 technically right now. So you're looking for 9 to waver. Oh.
7.
And a 7, so they're not wavered.
Worth a try.
And that's 6 on them. All right. Where to? I guess the only other one is the spearman, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So this was
Oh yeah, and you got a Bane chant off. I forgot. They did get a Bane chant off on the spears.
24, 25,
30.
28, 30.
All right, so they are hindered. So on 5s.
That's in.
Ooh, I'd say that's a little bit better than average. You got a whole cluster of them up there. There you go.
There we go. So that is 4,
5, 10, 13.
13, yeah. Wow.
That's pretty good. And with the Bane chant, because they got Bruise Strength as well, right?
Yes, they have.
Yeah, so there are 2s with Vicious.
1 and 1.
So all of them. So all 13. All right, that's going to put them up to 16. So they are 20, 22. So 6 will get them.
16? 5 will get them.
No, 16 plus.
20 will, sorry, 5 will waver them.
Yeah, 4 will waver them. And an 8, that'll get them. They're gone. There's no inspiring nearby, because Meiji did.
Yeah, Meiji went down.
All right, so they're gone. All right, and we'll get all this stuff removed, and we'll be back. All right, Kingdoms of Men are all done their movement for turn 3.
We're really into it.
And now we are into it. Now we are all committed. There's not a lot of good options anywhere, but we're hoping we can break through the knights. We got a hindered charge from the archers and then the charge from the knights here. The berserkers and the pikes have kind of moved out to deal with whatever's left up here after that. We've got these knights countercharging into the archfiend, and we've got the mage back here to do some drain life. We've got the 2 units here with the foot guard and the beast of war going into the spears, and we've got the archers just going into one of those hydras, the green hydra, to try and just buy some time for this. We've also brought over our standard bearer to get some inspiring and to get a Bane chant in over there. So we'll be back after shooting. Alright, so the shooting. So that was alright. Both siege artillery missed this turn, so that was a bit of a downer. We did get the Bane chant, though, onto the foot guard, so that is going to help immensely. We've got 2 points from the drain life into the Archfiend, so we healed a couple of points on the Knights. And we've got all this going on. So we will roll the combats, and then we will be back. Alright, so unsurprisingly, the archers did no damage to the Hydra, so they just bounced back their inch. Over here, though, we did, what did we do here? We did 13 points of damage to the spears, so that's not too bad, that's respectable. Let's see what we can do. They're
23, so you need a 10 to break
10
them.
twice. 10 once. Okay, the dream is alive.
Again.
Huh. No, 6, not even wavered. Close, though. So we'll back them up in a minute. The Knights didn't do too bad. We put 4 points of damage on the Archfiend, so that puts her at 7.
You do 9 twice.
So 9 twice. She's 16?
16.
Oh, okay. That's...
Or, sorry, 18. My apologies.
Oh, she's 18.
16, 18. My
Oh.
apologies.
It's okay. Oh, 11.
She's inspiring
18. Though. Oh, come on. Once more. No, 7. Not going to do it.
That would have been 2 wipeouts of inspiring. That made me...
We would have got it. Would have got it. Over here. They got 9 damage on the Knights, and they're 15, 17?
They are...
Or are they 14, 16?
They are 14, 16.
14, 16. Okay, so looking for a 7?
Looking for a 7 twice.
Twice, probably. 7 once. 7 twice. So we got the Knights, at least. That's a thing. So at least we won't get flanked over there. Okay, and yeah, so we'll be... So that's the end of Kingdoms of Men turn 3, so we'll be back after movement for Twilight Kin at turn 3. Alright, Twilight Kin movement turn 3. So the dragon took the nice juicy flank into the foot guard. So that's not going to be good. We got the 2 Hydras into the archers. We put the spears came into the Beast of War. We have the Archfiend going back into the Knights. We've got just some movement around here for the individuals. And we've got the double charge into the Knights up here. Right, so we will be back after shooting. Alright, so it wasn't a whole lot to do for shooting. It was just both units of the crossbows shot into the bowmen and brought them up to 14. So snakes twice, because we got our inspiring captain down here.
And we got a Bane chant over there.
Oh yeah, right, there was a Bane chant that hit the spearmen, so that's going to be big.
Okay,
So snakes twice on the bowman. Oh, halfway there. Oh. Alright, they gone. Alright, so we can go to the combats now.
Well, they died heroes. They dealt 2 wounds to Knights, so...
Yeah. Which made all the difference, because we just got rid of those
Yeah,
Knights.
actually, because the first roll was a 7, yeah. Without them, you wouldn't have done it.
Okay, so let's do the combats. So we're first there, sir.
Okay, let's do the easy one first, and the Hydras will deal with the archers.
Annihilate the archers.
So should I roll them separately, or just all 10 at once?
You can roll your attacks, you can snake them, you can do whatever you want.
Alright, here we go, 10 attacks.
Okay.
So on 4...
Oh yeah, what are they, 5 attacks normally?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't just snakes them then. They only got 5 attacks normally. This is child's play, this is nothing. So they're probably on 4s. They might live.
Yeah, that's on 4s.
Okay. Oh, no, they're not going to live.
So 8.
And 2s?
2s.
I don't think Hydras have vicious,
They do not.
but still 2s.
So 7.
So 7? Okay. So they are 9, 11.
Uh-oh.
Nope, they are gone.
And I don't think they were very inspired.
There's no inspiring around, so they be gone.
Oh, there's that guy over there, but I don't think
Yeah,
he's
he's too far away. He is definitely too far away.
Yeah, I didn't really think they were going to last, but...
Where to next there, sir?
The dragon will do his tap dance on the heads of those guard. So we got 20 attacks with a flank.
Owie. On 3s?
And 3s. 8, 9, 10.
1s and 2s. 1s and 2s.
7.
And we need about 10 of them.
Oh, you
okay.
So there's 4, 8. Now you got 8 of them.
Okay, well, that's close. You're still going to do probably 12 wounds of these guys. Because 2s with vicious. Oh. If even one of these stays a 1, we're talking. There we go.
So
what was that? 11?
believe so. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep.
11. Okay, so we're up to 12. You could survive this, fellas.
What's their thing?
They are 14, 16.
14, 16.
And they're inspired.
So 3 will actually...
So it's a 2 or a 3. So snakes are a 3 and they're still around. That is neither of those things. And neither is that. They be gone.
Is this wish?
Okay.
Alright.
Who next? Got spears over here too.
Yep, that's what I was doing next.
Oh, okay, good enough.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 50. 30 attacks, right?
Yeah, for spears, 30
All
attacks.
of these because I counted out. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to check to make sure. So that's 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I would have to put it in a few too many. So there, that's 30.
All right. 4s and then 3s because of the Bane chant. Well, that's okay. That's a lot of misses.
Yeah, it is a lot of misses.
So that's
That's a respectable amount of hits, though.
That's still a lot of hits. And then 3s with vicious.
Here we go.
If it wasn't for that friggin' vicious, I'd still have a lot of units left on the table.
2. So,
Oh.
2. Oh, 3's count.
Yeah, 3s count. Because you got your Bane chant.
So that is 3, 6, 9, 11.
11. Owie. So he's going to be on a 7 twice. Because he's Fearless 18.
Let's see what we can do here. That's a
6.
6.
He's still good. Okay, yeah, it was a 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. Archfiend.
Archfiend. Legend of the Archfiend. For those of you who never heard of that, don't search it.
It's Archfiend time. 3s.
Ooh. 7 hits.
What was the oof for? That was good. And then 3s. Because she doesn't have her Thunderous anymore. She's just crushing 2, right?
Yes, and vicious.
Yeah, so 3s with vicious. Oh, some 2s. That's what we're looking for.
So 4.
4. All right. So that's going to bring them up to 8. So they're still within range of El Capitan here. So they're 18. So, but you have Brutal, so you're looking for a 9 twice to get them.
9 twice.
Or a 7 to waver. Nope, they're still good.
They're still good.
All right. We're still kicking. We're not dead yet. We are not dead yet. And then up here. So we do the...
Okay, I haven't done use these guys in a while. So, Reaper Guard. For Regiment, 12 attacks.
Probably hitting on 3s.
Yes, sir.
Should be.
5, 6, 12, 3.
There we go.
Oof.
There we go.
6.
And then crushing 1.
Crushing 1.
So 4s with vicious. Okay,
4.
so 4.
Yep.
All right, and then the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. 12 attacks as well, but none 4s. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great.
And they have no crushing to speak of, right?
No, they have no. They
Okay,
have to throw
so
weapons.
5s with vicious. So for 2.
2.
Oh, but you have vicious.
And 2.
And 2 more, so 4 more. You're up to 8.
No, 4s aren't one.
Oh, yeah, that's right, 5s. Yeah, that's right. So it's just 2.
Yeah, just 2.
Right. Up to 6. So a 10 twice will get them.
Okay. You're gonna get 10 twice. No, you can't get 10 once.
7. Nope, that's only 13, so they're not even wavered. They're 14, 16.
Fair enough.
So they're going to be backing off. All right. So we'll worry about our reforms and everything, and then we'll be back with Kingdoms of Men movement turn 4. All right, Kingdoms of Men turn 4 movement. So we countercharged in here into the Archfiend. We moved the pikes around, and then we pivoted them. We put the captain, so he's just got 6 inches to everybody for rallying. We put the Knights and the Berserkers into the Buccaneers, so hopefully we can clear them out. And over here we've got a Drain Life getting ready to go. We've got a Bane Chant getting ready to hopefully go into these Knights, and hopefully we can clear her out. And then we just countercharge with the Beast of War over here. And yeah, so we'll be back after shooting. King was a men, turn 4 shooting. So we're keeping the dream alive. We got 3 points for the Drain Life onto the Archfiend, so healed 3 off the Knights, putting them back down to 7. Both Siege Artillery missed again, so that was a bit disappointing.
One Siege Artillery hit the Hydra.
Oh yeah, shoot! So yeah, that's right. Sorry, it just didn't matter a whole lot. So it ended up hitting the Hydra. It didn't hit the target I wanted it to hit.
Which we need to roll a nerve test on them.
Which we need to roll a nerve test on the Hydra, I guess. What's the Hydra's nerve?
15, 17.
Could happen. Oh, sorry, 4. Nada.
No, it was
Not gonna happen.
Boxcars twice probably wasn't gonna happen.
And there. Oh, and we did get a Bane Chant on the Knights too, so that's good. All right, so we'll be back after the combat. All right, so the Beast of War. He was
Snake Eyes make him stay.
He was a champ. He did 7 wounds on the Spearman, so looking for snakes.
Snakes.
Twice. Not that time. And twice.
Snakes.
Nope, we got the spears.
That was a really good roll, though, so I'm happy they're gone.
At least they're gone. And we'll reface him after. The Archfiend. Disappointingly, the Knights only put 3 points of damage on the Archfiend. So, we're looking for a, what is she at, 13? So I need a 5 twice.
Here we go.
Once.
There's 1. It's 10.
Twice.
There
8. Got her. Alright, so we got the Archfiend.
Yep.
And then over here, we only did 10 points of damage into the Buccaneers. So that was a little bit disappointing, but still, looking for a 6 once. 7.
Yeah.
So that'll get them. Alright. Well, I can't complain too much about that then.
Yeah, that was a good turn for you.
Okay, so I'll get things refaced, and then we'll be back for Twilight Kin turn 4. Alright, Twilight Kin, bottom of 4. Hydra's gonna go eat one of these Siege Artillery. This Hydra here's gone into the Beast of War, but he regenerated 4 wounds, so he's only got the 1 extra attack. So this Beast of War, he could do it. He could do it. We got the Dragon. The Dragon went into the Knights. He's got the Reaper Guard going back into these Knights. And we're going to head into some shooting, and then we'll be back after shooting. Alright, shooting. So from both groups of archers, only managed 4 wounds into the Banner Bearer, so he might be okay, folks.
Here we go.
Let's see here, 9-11.
9-11.
7 and 4 is 11, so you got to re-roll it. Inspired. That's a 6, so I don't think it matters what the other dice is. 9, he gone. Alright, and then there was a Bane Chant there that was on the Reaper Guard. So we may as well do the combats.
Okay, so let's do the Manticore playing with the cannon there.
Oh, yeah.
What's the...
So you get to triple your attacks against it. So it's a war machine.
Oh, jeez, okay.
So whatever. So what are your attacks? You've got 5 base.
Yeah, and then I don't know...
Plus 1. I'm going to assume you get to triple it because you get the bonus attack. So yeah, I'm going to assume you get to triple.
Yeah,
even that bonus attack that's added to his attacks.
Yeah, I think
so. He's going to have 18 attacks?
Yep, here we go. Hang on, 4s.
Yep.
Ooh, that was bad. Ooh, just...
Yeah, but thankfully you don't need very much.
Yeah.
And then 2s.
5 wounds.
So 5 wounds. Is this thing brutal?
No.
No, okay, not brutal. So 5 wounds. So it's also 9-11.
Oh, you roll 5 dice for this?
11. That'll do it. That will do it. Here?
Yeah. And this is just 6 attacks.
So on 4s.
2.
That's what we needed. But we needed our inspiring guy. That's more what we needed. And what is he? Crushing...
Crushing 2.
2? So 3s. So I did 1.
Yeah.
So looking for a 6 once.
Ooh. See if we make it.
5! The dream is alive.
He's wavered though, right?
No, he's fearless.
Oh, he's fearless. Yes.
Clash of Kings 2019. Thank you, Rules Committee.
My bad. I guess.
Dagron.
Dagron the Powerful.
So he's got 10.
I believe so. Yeah, 10 attacks. So that is for 8, 10.
Over 3s.
3s. And the line of suck continues.
All right.
So 3 hits.
Oh, I'll take it. 2s though.
Yeah.
3 wounds. So that's gonna bring him up to 10. And he's not brutal or anything, right?
He's not.
Not. So we're within 6 of Mr. Buddy over here, Mr. Capitan. So looking for an 8 twice.
8 twice.
To get them. 6 to waver. 5. Not even wavered. I'll take it.
Yeah,
And then the Reaper Guard.
How the bad set rolls.
Just shy by 1 everywhere.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. On 3s.
Yes. And they got their Bane Chant.
Yes, that's a little better.
And then crushing 2 now, so 3s with Vicious. Oh, there's that Vicious.
Get that 2 out.
Alright, so 6?
6.
6 more, so they're up to 12. So they are also within range of the captain.
Yep.
So that's going to bring them. So they're at, so you need 6 twice on them.
6 twice.
And a 5, so they're wavered. Okay, they're not dead. I'll take it.
Not ideal, but...
Thank you, Captain. I'm coming around to you, buddy.
you mean thank you, incredibly low rolls.
Okay. So that was all the combats. So we'll do our reforms and stuff, and then we'll be back for Kingdoms of Men 5. Right, so Kingdoms of Men turn 5 movement. So Beast of War is going back into that Hydra. See what we can do. Knights have gone back into the Dragon. We've got the Mage coming around for the Drain Life. And we've got the Pikes moving up through the mass of bodies here. And we've got the flank charge and the counter charge from the Knights. Knights passed their headstrong roll, so they're back in. Alright, we'll be back after shooting for the combats. Alright, so not a lot of shooting, but it did stuff. So Siege Artillery here in the arc and hit the Hydra for 5 wounds. Drain Life again, we got 3 points of damage off the Dragon with another Drain Life. So Drain Life keeps coming up huge, healed some more wounds on those Knights. And then, yeah, so we're going to get ready to go into the combats, and then we'll be back after that. Alright, so combats for Kingdom of Men 5. Not too shabby. We got the Beast of War putting 6 more points of damage on a Hydra. So I'll take that. So we'll see what that's going to do here. So what is a Hydra again? 13, 15 did you say?
No.
No? Is that wishful thinking?
That was... they are 15, 17.
15, 17, okay. So, 10 once will get them. Let's see what we can do. That is not a 10.
That does not do it.
That does not do it. So we're going to back you off there, bud. Here, the Knights put... they do four more wounds on the Dragon?
Yeah.
So he's at 12, and he's...
6 twice.
6 twice. So he's 18, 16, 18?
Yeah.
6 twice. Once. And twice. 7. That'll get him. Alright. We'll face them in a minute. And then up here, the Knights put a few points of damage on, 5 points, and then the Berserkers went ham and did 14 in the flank, so they're on Snakes twice.
Oh, snake eyes.
Snakes
Nope.
once.
On snakes.
Twice.
Nope.
Nope, that'll get him. And we'll do some refacing, and then we'll be back for Twilight Kin bottom of 5. Twilight Kin, turn number 5. That's going to be a dead war, whatever. It's gone.
It's going to be splinters. So.
There were some regenerations there on the Hydras, so the green Hydra there regenerated 3, and there were no regenerations on the Hydra there with the wings. Over here, characters kind of just moved away, and we're going to get ready to do some shooting into some weakened units. So we'll be back after the shooting. All right, Twilight Kin shooting turn 5. So the Twilight Kin's shooting decided to show up this turn. So the golden ones there with the +1 to hit, they put 5 wounds into these knights. And then these ones here, the purple ones, despite being in cover, put 4 wounds on those knights. So that's bad news bears. So may as well start with the rolls wherever you want to go first.
Let's do the 16 first.
The 16 first, so there's still snakes, even though they're 18 from the captain.
Yep.
Still snakes twice.
Not snakes.
Once.
And not snakes.
Twice, not snakes. They're gone. These guys here are a 4 to get them off twice. That's once.
8.
So that's 8. And that's twice. There goes both the knights.
Ooh.
Ow. Okay. I want to do this combat.
If fails, bolts succeed. So do they add their attacks together?
They sure do.
Okay. Well, let's do the one with flank first because he gets a flank attack.
So
right?
yeah, so he's gonna get what? How many wounds is he at? It's his dice
He's
there.
at 5.
A 5. So he's normally 5 attacks, right?
Yep.
+5 for that.
Yep.
+4 for Buddy. So he's at 14 attacks, and that's doubled.
So
I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. If anybody else knows that it's supposed to be added after you double for flanking and stuff, let us know. But it seems to me that they add the bonus attacks, then they double it. So that's how we're playing it.
So 5 and 5 and 4, and then double that, so 14 twice.
Sure.
All right, let's dig in. It's 4s. Squish. Yep.
And 3s.
3s. Not vicious. So that is 3, 6, 9.
That's 9. That's going to put him at snakes. You can roll the other ones if you want, but he's already at snakes.
I don't have to worry about it.
So snakes once.
Nope.
Nope. The legend of the Beast of War is over.
He did well.
All right.
Everything else kind of died around him.
So we'll do the reforms, and we'll be back for Kingdoms of Men, top of 6. All right, we're back with Kingdoms of Men, turn 6 movement. So we just had the Berserker's side shuffle down off the hill to get on that objective. The Pikes tried. They couldn't quite get the movement to get within range of both objectives, but they are within range of this one, and they can threaten this one if it goes to turn 7. This mage moved up here to drain life the damaged Hydra, and Captain just moved up thusly. So we're gonna fire the siege artillery down at those purple archers down there. So I may as well just roll this on camera. It's a pretty quick roll. 5+.
Boom.
Nope. That is a miss. And drain life. 5, 6. So 6 drain life into the Hydra.
Yep.
That's a lot of drain life.
That hurts. But you still got to roll the damage.
And I got to roll the damage, so 4s. So for 2, I'll still take 2.
It takes 2, baby.
So that's going to put him up to 7.
Yep.
And he's, what did you say?
16.
16, 14, 16?
Yeah.
9 and 7? I think that's 16.
Yeah, that's just enough.
All right, so that clears out a Hydra. So good job, drain life.
Yes. That spell is we keep you in the game.
Okay. And, all right, I would say that is Kingdoms of Men turn, because there's no combats to resolve, so it's going to be on to Twilight Kin, bottom of 6.
Perfect.
All right, Twilight Kin, turn 6. So we had some archers, they're moving out. They're prepping for possibly getting on that objective on a turn 7 if it goes to 7. These archers moved over, and they've hopped on that objective. Hydra sat here and regenerated on that objective. So we're just going to do what minimal shooting there is, and then we're going to see if there's a turn 7.
Okay, so 10 shots onto your sorceress from Fireball.
Oh, yep. You got her.
So 4s?
Yep, because there's no penalty for individual, so.
5.
And then 4s.
3.
So 3, okay.
And then I think these archers have an arc on her.
3, let's take a look here.
Yeah, or I need to thingy them.
That'll be tight.
Yeah, I think so.
I would say they do.
Yeah. Okay, so 10 shots. -2, so 6 or 5.
-1 for moving, -1 for individual, so 5s because they've got their special brew.
Let's see if they can manage it. 5s. Oh, wow.
There they go.
5 hits.
And then 4s.
1.
1.
That's a lot of 3s.
So up to 4. All right. So she's 9/11. She. Ugh. Hold on. She is
Within 6.
within 6 for the rally. So she's inspired and she's rallied, so she's 11/13. So 9 twice will get her.
9 twice.
6 plus 4 is 10. No, and she's 11/13, so she's not even wavered. No. All right. Do you want to roll dice? See if we get a turn 7?
Okay.
4 plus?
4 plus. No, that's
Nope.
game.
So that is the game. So it is a draw, sir.
Indeed.
It's a game. All right. Well, we'll be back with the post game here in just a moment. All right. So that's the game. It was a draw, 2-2. That was a hell of a game.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was in the last couple turns. We were right down to the wire. A couple slips one way or another, and it would have gone completely tits up for whoever had gotten the bad part.
Well, I cleared out when I got the Spearman, the Archfiend, and the Knights? No, I got the Knights on their own. What did I get? I got
you got the Spearman.
or the Buccaneers maybe. I got 3 units all at once.
Yeah.
And that really started to swing things.
Although at the time I was going, well, those are fine because I don't really need to keep the Spearman anymore, and that clears up the space for me to charge in with my Hydras on your War Wagon there. But it managed to stay alive a turn longer than I wanted it to.
Yeah, that thing was a hero. it held that flank longer than it needed to.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
Although I think those knights that held on with the drain life were kind of the linchpin of your defense there.
Between the drain life and the rally 2 on the captain, that was that was nice. I mean, he's expensive, that captain, 150 points, but
it's a powerful
that rally
combo.
2.
Yeah.
That rally 2 is really, really handy. I mean, it made all the difference for those knights all game long. It saved my other unit of knights way over in the middle of the field there. It all around. It was keeping people from being wavered or routed.
Although thinking back on it, I think with my dragon I got a little greedy. I think I could have fallen back and just hammered them with lightning breath and arrows and let them die that way.
Yeah, lightning bolts and shooting could have definitely taken care of them.
Because what I wanted to do, because I realized after I charged in, we're at the
It was
bottom of
turn 4 or something, I think.
Yeah, bottom of turn 4. I could have just jumped back and grabbed any of the objectives because he's a monster.
Yeah, you just turn around, fly away.
And then I could have, as long as you had 2 units and I had 3, then that was pretty much the game.
Yep. Yeah, once I lost those last 2 knights there and those last 2 volleys of shooting.
I think, and this is more of I play many other war games. This is not. This is I haven't played this one nearly as much, but I think in the end I got a little too bloody minded towards the end. I was like, oh, I have all them dead. Cool, let's move in and crush the rest of this. What I really could have said at any point, like with the Archfiend being so badly damaged, I could have said at any point I could have just gone, fly away. See ya. I'm done. I don't need to fight you anymore.
Well, I mean, he was grounded. Like, if he takes a wound in combat, he can't fly anymore.
That's true.
So, but I mean, he could still turn and move 10 somewhere and try to get out of there. But
well, he has 7 minutes on his own. That's still plenty to get away.
No, he would still have 10 speed. He would still be flying with 10
Oh.
speed, but he just wouldn't be able to fly over things and couldn't move at the double for...
Oh, well, he had a totally clear avenue this way, though. I could have just gone, whoops, see ya.
The Pikes. Never saw combat. Never took damage. That was a lot of points that was just sitting there.
I think you kind of got them. They got stuck behind other units the whole game.
I didn't expect those units to survive as long. Those knights were supposed to die twice.
That's true, but you kind of built your army around about making it survivable, and I think the pikes could have done better probably on this, like, or maybe on this side or in here instead of the spearmen, and had the spearmen over here. Something more resilient to hold up the shore up this side may have been better.
Yeah, the pikemen, you're right, probably could have done better over there. They would have fared a lot better against your spearmen when they came in.
Yeah, and especially, well, the biggest flaw there was, of course, and I don't say necessarily that's a flaw in your play. It was just a bad thing that happened, losing your mage to the first blast.
That hurt. Yeah, that definitely hurt, because then it left me without a Bane chant over there. It left me without any inspiring for a while.
And then by the time that the guy came over to help, the flank had pretty much collapsed. And while this guy did hold,
yeah,
and did a good job of it, he wasn't in the end he was never going to really accomplish anything. He was going to die.
Yeah,
it was just a matter of when.
He was a Band-Aid.
Yeah,
he was a Band-Aid.
I knew on the left flank, we'll call it the left flank since that's what the viewer saw it as. On the left flank, I knew that I had enough. I knew I had enough fireball. I knew I had enough fighting power that I was going to simply overwhelm you. It was just a matter of how long.
Yeah.
So over here was more of a holding you up and going. Well, I'm gonna. My initial plan was I'm gonna hold you up over here, and then I'm gonna take these 3 objectives, and then whatever's left in between is going to just come at you, and fight, and we'll just hold there. You won't be able to hold any objectives because I'll have as many units as you on top of you.
Yeah.
But then I got into I'm wiping out units and I'm doing really well. And then, a churn of bad rolls, and all of a sudden I'm losing my dragon, which I thought could have been a lot better used. I could have gotten the Archfiend out and used it to grab an objective or challenge an objective later. I don't know what their unit strength 1.
Yeah, the unit strength 1 on monster.
Yeah, and regiments are 2.
Regiment's 2, horde are 3.
Yeah. So yeah, I couldn't necessarily have said, oh, I'll take it from your horde, for example. But I could have certainly said, well, this charge has achieved what I want it to do. It dealt damage. My Archfiend is damaged. Now I'm going to move away and let those knights kind of founder because there was nowhere really for them. There was nothing else for them really to do because you had gotten stuff in behind them, or in front of them, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds more or less like we had a very similar plan, just on opposite sides of the table. I was trying to hold on the left and try and take the objectives on the right, and you were trying to take the left and hold off on the objectives on the right. So it was a I mean, it makes sense that it's a draw, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we achieved what we wanted to on each of the sides.
Yeah, the end conversation on whether or not the pikemen could hold 2 was interesting. I didn't realize they could take 2. I must have been thinking of a different game.
Yeah, if it went to turn 7, it would have been possible for them to take 2, but after looking at it and kind of doing the math, the only way they'd have been able to do it was if I had them perfectly positioned. If they were off by, a centimeter or 2 in either direction, they wouldn't have been within 3 of each of those 2 objectives in the middle there. So I'm just going to say that wouldn't have been possible because that wasn't premeditated.
Yeah, and even if it was, it still would have ended up. If it was, it would have ended up a draw. If it didn't, then they almost certainly would have reached.
Yeah, it'd have been close to see if they're within 9 of that right now to pivot and turn, or if they're marched, like if they moved it to double, if 12 would bring them straight ahead within 3 of that objective or not.
Yeah, it'd be pretty close.
It'd have been close.
I think they are within 9, but it's just eyeballing. Alternatively, the other thought I had was I could rush someone and challenge one of yours, but I just don't have enough close.
I was thinking of that with the Berserkers. I was thinking, I could have just shuffled them a little bit differently and still kept them up on the hill to try and see any of your guys if they got close. But I don't know if I'd have been able to stay within a charge range and also be within range of the objective. I don't think I'd have been able to do that.
I don't think charge range. I was hoping that you'd move onto the hill so that I could focus all 3 units' firepower on them and probably shoot them off the field.
Yeah, between the fireball and both of those units of shooting, you'd have probably wiped them off the table, and then
I hold 2 objectives and you hold none.
Yeah.
Or you hold 1. So.
Yeah.
No, it was a very close game. At the first, it looked very much like it was going to be a Twilight Kin sweep.
I thought it was going to be a landslide after about turn 2. I was thinking it was here it goes.
Yeah, the things I learned for this game anyway, if we want to call it that, I think I could have maneuvered a little better. I mean, my dragon had drain life. I never used it. I had plenty of opportunity to. Many times, though, it was more advantageous for me to throw him at a unit and go, I'm just going to crush you.
Yeah, to just charge him into combat.
And which means, either I need to consider getting rid of drain life for next time, or moving it to someone else.
Well, I mean, 25 points for drain life. Like, I mean, you could get him elite. You give him blessing of the gods for 25 points.
And that could have made all the
that
difference.
would have
here.
alleviated that huge whiff when he only hit 3 times on the knights. And I don't know how many ones there were in there, but there had to have been a few.
There were 6 ones.
Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. That would have done a significant difference. Also, anyway.
Just having the combo of elite and vicious is just nasty.
Oh, especially when you're crushing strength 3 and you fly.
Yeah. But yeah, all in all, that was a pretty successful game number 2. So we got a draw. It's the first draw we've had so far. So hopefully we'll see you guys again the next time. And until then, happy gaming.